3, 2, 1.
That's the Hawaiian version. Okay, it's the swinging arms.
Welcome to the Bunker Project episode number
guys not gonna swing?
65.
Oh, yeah.
This week we're going to talk about a whole bunch of cool stuff on technology and social media.
No way, really?
Yeah.
I think we're just going to digress into some strange cloud of weirdness.
So,
Speaking of which, what are you going to start with? Are we going to start with RIM?
We're going to start with RIM.
RIM, that's a Canadian company, by the way, for all you Americans out there.
Let's just
and Canadians
actually
probably.
tell people we're going to do this
Nope.
this week before we do it.
Nope.
We're going to talk about RIM. We're going to talk about other mobile technology. We're going to move on to social media and Google+.
Oh, and by the way, I'm busy for a couple minutes because I forgot to set up the Google+ Hangout.
Yeah. So before we get into the topic, we're going to do a quick roundtable just so everybody that's listening in the podosphere
Quick like last week or even quicker?
knows who we are. My name's Andrew McGivern. I'm here with Bob
And
Garlick.
I'm Bob Garlick, yeah.
We've got Astrid, the German Maven.
Holy crap, this is fast.
Oh, hang on. I got to unmute the mic.
Hello.
Unmute the mics.
Astrid, hi. German Maven.
Margaret Renolds, Insurance Maven.
Did you pay $5 for that?
No.
No, I didn't.
No, she didn't
Sorry,
pay
she
$5.
can't say that. That's a copyright
You guys
infringement.
gave me that.
No, that really is true. You have to pay $5.
Do you have $5? We can give you Mavenhood.
I'll give you $5.
And
Excellent.
that
You can get a
extends.
certificate.
That actually
You
extends
should
to
see
all
her
our listeners,
expression
too.
when she says stuff
Yeah,
like
we've got
that.
the research Maven from Ohio University.
And the
What?
bunker certificates are super nice too. The $5 is
Are they?
huge.
Woohoo.
Hey, that graphic's
Yeah.
worth
Is there a
$150.
T-shirt?
Yeah.
It's gamification, actually.
Nah, no, it's trashification.
How is
It's
buying-
T-shirt-ification.
Buying something
What are
is.
T-shirts called? Premiums?
I thought this was going to be a quick intro.
With every
We have digressed
with every
on
bunker
something we're trying to do
certificate
fast.
You get points which can be redeemed in future
Yes,
episodes.
that's gamification. That would be cool. We'll have to come up with
Okay,
it.
I know.
And
Shots.
You and
Hang
Bob
on. He
have-
said
I can't-
gamification is cool. Can we tell Eric?
Okay, hang on a second.
Only if he manages
Only if
it is it
I am
cool.
the one that's
We have
doing
to
it.
introduce the head Maven.
Maybe you should change it to the gamification Maven.
Okay.
Ta-da, the
Okay,
rebrand.
well, anyways,
right here on the
James-
show.
I'm James,
live.
James Karg at Twisted Magic. I'm the gaming maven.
Isn't that with a K?
Yes, it's with a K. K-A-R-G. If
Because he
people-
puts the K in magic.
the J in magic.
He puts the F in magic as far as I'm concerned.
But you would be
He
surprised.
puts the
how-
special K.
No, but
in
you would be
magic.
really surprised how many people actually spell my last name with a C. It's like the biggest crazy thing.
I have the same problem too.
Yeah.
Except, with garlic, it makes a lot
Garlic
more
hat.
sense.
It has a K at the end. Yeah.
Italians love garlic.
I love you roasted.
Yeah, roast me and chop me up, baby. All right, come on. Enough garlic jokes. Oh, I'm
Then we got the
still
hot
trying to
Maven.
make this Google. Hang on.
We got the hat Maven. Wearing his
I'm,
German hat again this week, too.
I'm wearing another hat, and somehow I've become the Hat Maven, and I'm an unpaid due Maven. I need to point
See,
it
he
out
didn't
for
pay his $5.
Yeah, but you know what? If he pays, he's going to change it to some kind of weird name like Joomla Maven.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We-
See, that's the thing.
That's
you
right.
can
This
you
is
can be
my
whatever
nickname.
Maven you want. You
My
just pay
nickname.
$5. You can
Yeah,
be,
and then
like Bonnie, she's the Twitter Maven. She paid $5. I'm
Yeah.
the gaming Maven. I actually did pay $5, but I am the friggin' gaming.
You know what?
Maven.
Yeah.
I hate
You-
I hate
no, hey,
following
hey,
the gaming Maven.
you
I
bought
just
the
hate
brand.
following this
It's
guy.
brand
Yeah, but the thing
integrity,
is, the thing
man.
is, if you don't pay,
You-
we
you
get
got-
to we
He
get
could-
Did
to
you pay
choose.
He could be
$5,
the
German
web
Maven?
guru Maven.
Oh, you don't have the affi- Oh, it's
That's
an
the first thing I hear in one
The
year. I
PDF
arrived in
is
January.
unbelievable.
Listen,
Okay.
let me
I
just
will
wrap
pay,
this up.
okay.
I'm Kurt Hemmingway,
I
the
will
Hat
pay.
Maven.
All right. Look,
Happy
we
to
got
be
our
here.
beers covered for tonight. Excellent. All right. Sorry.
Did
But
that
not
wrap
tonight.
it? Did you catch that? Was that done?
Something about the
I'm Kurt Hemmingway.
Hemmingway.
And that wraps up that segment.
All right, let's move on to the
Hey, Kurt,
content
With
of
only
the show.
several digressions.
What's your website, Kurt?
Website is
If people
guru,
wanna-
GOORU.ca. It's a web development firm, and I'm happy to take on your website and get her done now.
Get her done.
Get her done. Get her done, and you don't even have to do it yourself.
Thank you very much.
There's a lot of Elvis action happening in the show. Can
He
we
said
have
earlier
the real
he does
Elvis
know the
come back?
buttons to press. So.
You know what? We have not had
Got
the
them Norwegian
Elvis
fingers.
on the show
Magic
for a long
fingers?
time. Elvis has not been here. Oh, it looks like Elvis has He's entered the building. Elvis has
Now
entered
he looks
the
like
building.
a cop from the 70s.
I guess without the hair.
It's the mustache, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Cop
very
from the
much. Thank you.
70s or porn star.
Yeah,
from,
you got to put him. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Elvis is in the building.
on,
I just
camera.
want to say, like,
Oh, Mr. Patrol Officer.
excuse me, ma'am. Have you been speeding?
That's a big bike you got there, son.
I'm gonna have to go charge you more for your insurance with that ticket.
Spank me.
Oh. All right.
So, if any VPD officers are listening, if you want a good deal on insurance,
Hey,
maybe extra.
I'm sure the RCMP is.
All right. Let's jump into the content of the show.
Okay. Didn't we talk about RIM earlier?
Nope.
Oh.
So RIM.
Skyrim we talked
Research.
Hey, what would it be called if
we
you
did
had a
talk-
job with RIM?
We did talk about
Hang
RIM.
on for a second. No.
about. Rim job.
I'm not going there, dude. I'm not going there. And neither is the show.
They prefer
All
to
right.
call it a career.
Career.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Most
Android.
people just call it a rimmer.
Hey, I drive one of those, man. It's a big giant rimmer. It gets terrible gas mileage. All right, guys.
I guess I got that. No one else.
Okay, can you read the print from this far
Everyone,
away?
everyone got it. Everyone got it. It's just.
Oh,
I
oh,
didn't-
was that
Got
good?
what? I thought they were being serious. Okay,
Got a
Android
haircut.
takes 52.5 of the
No,
smartphone
we're
market.
on RIM. We're on RIM.
We've tried twice. If we can't do it 2 times in a
So
row, nobody wants to
research-
talk about it.
Research in motion. BlackBerry.
Oh, I remember. We did start with that, didn't we?
BlackBerry. Yeah. Shares rose.
Before we get into
Shares
this,
rose.
Their stocks surged after they announced the upgrades to the new phones using the QNX operating system. They've rebranded it now to BBX. QNX is the OS that they purchased and implemented in the playbook. And now the BlackBerry Bold, the new Bold, and other models.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah,
What was the surge worth, Andrew?
5%.
Wow,
That's big.
So
that's pretty big.
That's not bad. So I think they just needed to do something.
Like I've got
their,
stock.
Their stock plummeted after their outage for 4 days,
Wow.
and they haven't done anything in the consumer market to compete with the iPhone or They've tried, but it just hasn't been exceptional.
RIM's failing overall has been their lack of innovation,
Yeah,
and they've rested on the laurels of their.
Well,
of their corporate
of their
dominance.
corporate, yeah.
But you know what? I watch people playing with Blackberries on the bus all the time, and they love those keyboards. You can really wail on your email.
I have
And
to
for-
say, my first smartphone was a BlackBerry, and I fell in love with it instantly. I went to the iPhone, and while it is so cool, and I do love the apps, it took me a long time to fall in love with texting and sending an email on the iPhone.
You can get keyboard though.
Yeah, but what's
iOS
the
5
point of
gives
having
you
one?
a split keyboard now and is almost identical to the BlackBerry thumb texting. Actually, and I find if you take the iPad, for instance, and you bring up the keyboard, you pull your fingers 2 thumbs apart. You actually split the keyboard, and it sticks to the sides of the 2 sides, just like the old Microsoft split keyboard. The virtual keyboard splits and sticks to each side of the iPad and allows you to thumb text very efficiently. It's very
Cool.
and that's almost exactly.
How long have
the
you been
layout.
thumb testing, though? How fast are you on thumb texting?
You would do that as fast as you would on a BlackBerry.
Wow.
It's the exact same.
But the thing is,
You gotta
it's
get
like
used to it.
It doesn't do
Yeah.
that on the iPhone.
Yeah, you do have to get used to it because you're typing on a virtual keypad. You're not typing on a physical keypad.
Are all the
You don't-
letters in the same spots
the
though?
point is, look,
Yeah.
we're not.
But if we didn't
we're not
have the-
lining up
Pretty
for jobs
keypad.
at the stenographer pool anymore.
But if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have
experiencing
entertaining
different
sites
keyboards.
like autocorrect.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Damn you,
Just-
autocorrect.
just
I-
turn it
Yeah,
off.
that's but
Turn it
that's
off. Just turn
I've
it
seen
off.
people, in tears.
I have
reading
laughed
that
till I've
stuff. Oh,
cried
man, yeah.
reading that site.
Hey, I like the whale picture you
you
can
know
make.
what? All it is a simple general settings function. Just turn it off. And
I know. You can save battery by turning
take
off a
your
lot of stuff on your
patience,
Or
phone,
the thing
too.
is, you can
And every
actually
time-
just read what you write before you hit send.
or even
That works.
before that, when you write something that it brings
so
up
fun.
something to suggest then you take your hands off the keyboard and you press the X.
Nope.
You dismiss
Too
the
much time.
suggestion, and it learns what you wrote as an odd number,
Exactly.
odd word.
My
and then
brain is a
eventually,
learning
It
computer.
learns.
eventually, it's learned your
predictive.
way of doing your dance.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too, we also just look
Or-
at what you're texting before you hit send.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you mean that? You mean you'd have to read
Yes.
But you know, some
What do
people
you
are just.
expect?
4 words?
Did we
That's
talk
gonna
about
take me-
ebooks last week?
I know,
You know
and
what?
they take me
Obviously,
forever.
we all know how to read.
But some people they just
It's
get in
quite
the zone,
embarrassing.
right?
I still
You get in the
text.
zone.
I still text people. I love them, and I actually texting that I lube them.
Oh yeah.
And,
There you go.
Well, that's
Still
why you're
happens.
such a popular.
Did you know
And
a
I'm still
Globe and Mail
popular.
says you can now get bacon flavored lube?
Wow.
Okay.
No, that's so true. I heard
No,
that.
that is true.
Well,
You can get smoked bacon beer. If anybody out there is listening and has smoked bacon beer, please send
Bacon
3
chocolate.
3 pints. No,
That's all I
you
gotta
gotta
say because we
smoke-
can score bacon chocolate. I bet
smoked
you we could go
beer.
back and get some more.
You should.
Should we do another show,
Yeah.
Andrew? Is that a call out to Bob? I
I-
haven't done a Bob tasting
Let's do a
in
tasting
months.
show. Let's
It's
call
like
him out.
8 months. I had to call myself out on
Bob,
this show.
I think
Jeez.
mushrooms actually are in season right now. I hear a lot
Where-
of people going out hunting for mushrooms.
Chanterelle.
Can we
Actually,
do one of those?
I was listening to some comedians. They say, set it up, go to a party and offer little chocolates and say, "Hi, would you like some special BC chocolates? They're $35 each," and all it would be chocolate. But everybody would think it would be chocolate with mushrooms coming from BC. Completely legal way to make money.
That's brilliant, Bob.
There
Well,
you go.
hey, I'm just quoting comedians, man.
You know,
All right.
go hit up your personal party. Hey, buddy, you got $35 and get some chocolate.
So nobody in here is a current BlackBerry user.
I used to be a BlackBerry
Astrid,
guy.
The 9,000 bold.
so you use the Bold.
Yes.
Okay, so we do have a BlackBerry user in the house.
And I'm a former BlackBerry developer.
I'm a former
Really?
BlackBerry.
Hey, wasn't it
User
Muhammad that came in one show on a
He
meetup?
works for RIM.
I
Yeah, I
actually
know. He was
sell,
like this
But-
amazing
BlackBerry.
But
coder.
to be honest,
I worked directly out of
service
RIM
is really-
in the very first days in Calgary, in fact.
You
and
should talk to
developed
Muhammad, man. He'd be totally into chat with you, man. It'd be awesome.
No,
So-
no, I
No.
don't think so. No thanks.
Yeah,
So what do you
well,
think?
I tried.
No, Muhammad would love to. Come on down.
So do you think that the media frenzy, you know, the anti-BlackBerry media frenzy that's happening right now is deserved?
Oh, somebody just joined us. Keep
Because
going,
the media
Naya-
is jumping
Well,
jumping
explain
on
it
a,
a bit.
on
Okay,
a
I just wanna
BlackBerry
do a-
bashing.
Naya,
I have to interrupt the
if-
road show for a second.
on.
I just got somebody came in on the G Plus Hangout.
Hey, it's
can
Leo
you
Laporte.
can you
Look.
hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, excellent. We got awesome sound, beautiful mix minus. So what we're doing, we got.
Who's joined us? Who's that?
Hang on, let me just mouse over the guy. It's Tim Sutherwood.
Sutherwood.
Fill us in on that.
Woodskin style.
Can we do a quick interview with Tim?
Turn the computer so we can see. That
All right, hang on. I'm going to show. There's like several other people in the room.
Still with us, Tim?
Okay, there's some people there, and I'm just going to pan over.
Hi, everybody.
There's
Hi.
a couple other guys over there. So what we
And
got
don't-
is.
don't forget about me over here.
Oh yeah, and there's Andrew. He's our audio engineer because we use a big giant mixing board. Oh, and
So-
there's our bartenderess. Oh, so she's shy. She brings us black beer.
Where you calling from, Tim?
Pardon me.
Where are you from?
I'm from Edmonton, Alberta.
Oh,
my
well
brother.
done.
Fellow Canadian.
All right,
My
he's from
brother.
Edmonton too. I used to live in that area.
Tim,
Damn
this,
cool.
this is Kurt Hemmingway, and I am your brother from Edmonton.
Oh, you hit
And
him. in
just so you know, you joined the Bunker Project. We're a podcast. We talk about
we do broadcast
technology,
this,
social media, and this will be on iTunes. So if you
but no visual, just audio.
if
So
you're
you know.
shy, well, too late.
Tough.
You're here.
Hey, dude, Tim, you might call you that because.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. What do you do? Yeah, right down to the meat of it.
Well, I'm a dad.
Nicely done.
Yay.
Well
Nice.
recovered. Well recovered. Yeah.
I stay at home. I look after my kids, and I work from home.
Excellent. Me
What
too.
a hero. You're a
awesome.
hero, my brother.
I love what I do every day.
So, what do you do?
What kind of work?
You're a
do you do?
spy, aren't you? You work for the RCMP.
Nope.
Coming from Canada, that's like, oh, don't be insulting me, dude.
The
I don't
RTC?
shave.
Works for the RTC.
It's Movember.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. I
normally I
didn't.
do shave. It's been lazy. I work online, developing websites. I'm working on mobile applications.
Do you use Joomla?
No, actually, I'm using a sort of a web-based system
Wix?
that I bought into. It's a type of a program that you basically plug and play. You can copy or do screen captures. So I'm not really a coder per se.
Cool.
I'm more of a conceptual innovator. So I dream up the ideas and then I outsource to get people to help me to build things.
Sure, he's an art director, creative director. Nice approach.
All right, well, hang on to your hat and stick around and make sure you join us.
Hey, now, do you have a beer?
It's kind of
No,
a
but I
pretty-
do have a tea.
Oh, well.
Do you have a...
It's the time difference, right? It's 7 in the morning in Edmonton right now, so...
You got to find the Bunker
No,
Project
actually,
podcast to join there.
It's 10:19.
Holy cow, it's late over there. It's like 9:19 here in Vancouver. Crazy times. So, dude,
Okay.
you're hanging out, playing with the kids. I do the same thing. Does your wife ever give you a hard time because you never get around to doing the laundry?
Oh yeah.
Because I have that problem. Holy cow.
I can spend way too much time here on Google Plus
I can't imagine why.
and not get any work done. But it's like a new toy, and the shine's starting to wear off, and I'm starting to get back to
The real world.
important business and things.
Like Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
Nah,
Nah. A
not at all.
blog.
Not at all.
So what's the biggest thing you hate about Google Plus right now?
What's the thing I hate?
Yeah, or dislike, or you're
like
discouraged
with the shines
with.
coming off, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I wish it was more.
It's
awesome.
the buffer
Well,
problem.
yeah, okay. In regards to posting, I feel rather limited. I like to be able to create alt links. So if I'm going to say I'd like to reference a link within a post, within a comment or something, so I can create a hot link within that, as opposed to just posting a long URL or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So
Just
Andrew,
a little more control over.
okay, so Andrew's got a question for you. Can Google Plus
Hey,
be...
wait, if it's my question, why aren't I asking the question?
All right, so Andrew's got a... Oh, he's
Question.
such a mic hog, that Bob. Get off the mic, Bob, for God's sake.
Can Google Plus beat Facebook? That's the question.
And he's quoting for something cut and paste from the
Hey,
internet. So.
have you heard?
and
Have
the
you heard
ans-
recently the recent announcement from Google, based on Google Plus and their advancements? They say next year they're rolling out major game changes to Google Plus.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing stuff like that right now.
This is actually from Mashable. It's actually by Pete Cashmore, this article.
Oh, really?
And the title is Can Google Plus Beat Facebook? That's the wrong
It's a long
question.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
be
let's
asking.
how about we put it this way? I think Google Plus already has beat Facebook for a lot of people.
Yeah, but
No.
the thing is, a lot of people, what they're thinking is like Google Plus is just like a small jump, just like Twitter was. It's a small jump outside of the realm of the internet consciousness. What they're looking for is a major jump where you're
Well,
creating a
basically,
completely different way to use the internet.
Basically, Google Plus is not even close to Facebook in terms of users. Facebook is the champion of social networking with more than 800 million active users.
Yeah, but G Plus you get more commentary.
Facebook's launch.
Yeah,
of
but
the
there's only 50
subscribe-
million.
And there's less junk on Google Plus.
Compared to what though? You can't compare it.
50
to
million
Facebook.
people versus 800 million.
So quite a
Okay,
passionate
let's-
subject.
Okay.
50
There's
million
less
versus.
junk, but all you have to do is unfriend the people that are putting the junk.
and
up
a lot
you
of
don't
people
see
are
it anymore.
confused
Don't
about
mind
how
them,
to
Tim.
use
Yeah,
Google
but I
Plus.
might now want to unfriend family members. I
can't get a
can't
word in.
block the games and
No.
stuff, but I'd rather the
Oh,
games
they're
weren't
on a
even
run.
there.
Let them go.
Just block your friends and family from moving over to G.
How about if I offer this?
Okay, jump right in there, Tim.
All right, numbers. Well, who says they got 800 million users in the first place?
They've
They
got
do.
the metrics
I don't
to
believe
prove
it
it.
for a minute.
Yeah, but you know
No,
what?
they
It's
do.
irrelevant. It doesn't
They
matter
do.
if they've got
Right.
800 million or 500 million. It's such a large number. It's
Exactly.
incomprehensible.
And how long have they been at it?
5
Oh,
years.
7 years, 5 years,
we
6
can
years.
prove that
Okay,
too.
so Google, if you extrapolate Google's numbers, then
Yeah, they're
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
no,
but
yeah, I
the
know.
thing is you're not hitting with
point.
the cafe
Good
and club
point.
crowd. You're
Good-
hitting with the older technology crowd, which is great. But you haven't caught
On G Plus, you mean?
the consciousness of the young people. Okay, it's all people that know technology, that are into it, and know how to use Google Plus. When I've been sitting with my friends and they say, "Yeah, I'm on Google Plus," like, how many friends you got? 7.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do you have 7 friends? Well, see, people follow me in a circle, but
Yeah.
I never see any of their posts, and I'm like, well, that's because you have to follow them back.
Yeah.
And they're like, but that's not like a friend? Like, they just can't understand that concept.
I
So
know
think
because they've
Google
been trained
Plus-
on Facebook.
And they lost
Exactly.
interest. They
Well,
lost interest.
well, you got to
also.
remember that Facebook, to give its credit, was probably and is still the most effective social media platform out there on the globe today, right? On many languages, many countries, and it is evolving the whole way society works. So Google Plus is kind of coming in there, and people are going, okay, it's a slightly different version of the same thing.
Yeah.
But
you just gotta get beyond that. You gotta go to the next level.
Mark Zuckerberg's comment was, "Oh, Google Plus is like a mini Facebook."
Oh, that's so cute.
There's some great features with Google Plus, right?
I think the business.
Hey, I love Google Plus.
There's good
And,
Hangouts and stuff.
Plus is Google.
Yeah.
It brings in the Google verse.
Oh, yeah. There you go. See, now that's what's coming up next in
that's
this
smart,
article.
right?
Google
See,
dash verse.
So,
if you want to Google
can
it.
Google Plus beat Facebook? Okay, and then he's saying that's the wrong
Well,
question.
I don't know that it needs to.
Exactly.
Well, exactly.
Exactly.
It's just going to compete, and I think that there's room enough for a variety
Yeah,
of
but
social media
stop.
platforms.
Okay. So now, hang on for a second. I'm going to say the German Maven's going to wade in. Go for it.
Because I'm very close to some guys from Google in Dublin. And
Yeah.
that was the reason why they invest so much money. They wanted to be a serious competitor on this market. And now for them, it's a big failure.
No, it's not a big
No,
failure.
no, no,
no
no,
way.
no.
I would
But for
never even
them-
call
but for
it a
them-
failure.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
they
no.
wouldn't
Well,
call it
No,
outside.
okay, so-
Okay, 50
Oh,
million
it's
users.
a beta that hasn't skyrocketed
They would-
yet.
they would-
50
they
million
wouldn't-
users
No,
For
hang
them,
on.
3
for
months
what they
is huge.
Okay,
invested,
I'm going to reel in. I got to. Hey,
it's
guys.
not a failure.
but
Hang-
they
you know why?
feel it like that.
No,
That
I
is the
don't.
problem.
I don't know because what they're saying, the question that they should be asking, is not can Google beat Facebook or Google Plus beat Facebook. The better question is Google better off with Google Plus than they were without it? The
Yeah.
answer is a resounding yes.
Yes.
And the whole thing that it does is just like
That's
our
not
guest
the
here
business
on.
view from them, so it doesn't make any difference.
But
they
in
had
4
they had
months-
expectations in their company,
Yeah.
and for them they failed.
No, I don't think so.
I think what Astrid is trying to say is they expected a larger market share
Yes.
than they currently have.
I don't see it from your user point of view. I see it from the business point
Yeah.
of view. And when Google
Yeah, but
came
Google
out,
doesn't.
when
If they hit like 120 million users once the
Guys.
doors went open, maybe they would have felt a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit better.
Okay, here's a reality check, guys. There's 36 guys that sit in a room at Google and make all the money with AdSense. They're making billions of dollars, and the guys at Google Maps are cooler than them. That's how weird Google is, right? There's like this tiny, tiny business that's making all the money for Google, and then everybody is spending that money. So it's an amazing scientific or experimental or whatever development process. But will it go forever? I mean, they're self-funding education.
I think
The ultimate university.
I'm pretty sure that the tools that Google has and the Google Verse is really awesome.
like Google Inside, it's
Yeah,
perfect
everything
for
they've got's going.
developers.
really
Yeah, I got a
well for
Google
them.
phone. It's
But-
awesome.
But if you want to post to your grandma that you fell off your bike, then you got to go to Facebook.
Well, I don't know. You could tweet it. You could tweet it.
You could tweet and be
But
like,
grandma
"Look, I
wouldn't
fell-"
see it on Twitter.
Well, you know what? I could probably upload it and fax it to her.
Are you on Twitter, Tim?
yeah.
Tweet by fax. You can do that.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
what's your fax? What's fax? What's your fax handle, dude? At FAX. That would be actually kind of cool. 187 characters, but it gets faxed to somebody.
Actually, you
All right.
can't. There is a service called Tweet by Fax.
No way.
Yeah.
I love that.
So people who
What
don't
a
have
waste of
computer-
paper. That would really piss
No,
off people.
but it's for grandma, right? You can actually send out a tweet to your grandma, and it'll be sent to her fax machine.
That's cool.
Because all grandmas have a fax machine.
They all have Kindles. I think it should be a
I
Kindle
was talking
direct
with-
message.
I was
you know?
talking with a business person. They said, "Oh, let me fax you the contract." I'm like, I don't have a fax.
Yeah.
Can you not scan and email it like everybody else does?
Yeah, or just make it into a PDF. Save as a PDF on Word. I mean, please.
You know, the conversation about Google Plus and Facebook is really interesting, and I've been
But,
I've
Mr.
been trying to
Juma?
deal with it, and I have both accounts. I've been Facebook from day one and Google Plus from day one. I was on Yahoo and,
Hey, wait a
and
minute.
all
Did
of
you
that,
Did you go to Harvard?
and Twitter.
No.
I
He was
went to Harvard,
Edmonton at the time. He
Yale,
was-
and-
but
in fact,
hang on,
in fact,
Edmonton
right
mostly.
now I'm studying Yale courses at iTunes U.
it's cool, isn't it?
I'm
All the
studying-
lectures.
and I'm sitting in Greek mythology. Is quite
Oh,
absolutely
awesome.
from Yale. It's absolutely.
I've got some awesome
phenomenal.
novels for you to read if you're into that, man.
Well, this delivery system through my iPad now through iTunes U, and I can sit on these university courses from Yale and watch this fantastic. Anyways, the thing with Google Plus and Facebook, and I'm a technocrat. I'm in this every day, all day, right? So, but I'm not a huge into the social. I'm a developer. I'm a nerd with programming and all that.
You send emails.
So I do. Well, I send emails, but I don't tweet as much as I should. I don't blog as much as I should, and blah blah blah, to support myself.
Yeah, well, you're too busy working.
As much as I preach to all my clients that they need to do that, I don't do it as well as myself. So here I am dealing with my Facebook, and I've really brought that along in the last couple of years, and I use it now, and I communicate with that, and I communicate with my family and my friends, and I feel like that's an important part of what I do now, to communicate, to reach out. And Google Plus came along, and the first thing that came up was, I want to do that. And the streams and the circles, and I love that. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah, good interface.
But it just needs to come along more. The adoption rate on Facebook that happened, that everybody was already there, that my suggested friends network came up and suggested my family and high school chums already.
Yeah.
They were there. That was
I think
overwhelming for me. So
Well,
that was too easy.
Yeah, no, for me, I look at G Plus as a way to my Facebook. Like, I'll friend anybody. I don't care, because that's what my Facebook thing is. But G Plus, I'm a lot pickier, and I have a circle called jerks, and that's people that don't know how to post and are idiots and da 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 da. It's like,
Pardon me.
boom, I'm going to send that off to the jerks because they'll love this one.
I think
But, I mean,
just
that's-
sprayed my mic.
I know. Hey, you're going to pay for that. That's, our poor equipment. Our poor equipment. I mean, thank God
you
it's
actually
black
have a
beer.
circle.
That's all we can say.
Oops.
Tim, do you want to throw something in there? Being awful quiet, enjoying our crazy banter,
Well, it's interesting.
if not demented.
I hear a lot of people talk about trying to compare Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter, and lots of people predicting how Google Plus is going to slay them all. And
I don't
no
think
doubt
that's true.
that many are facing a drop in activity. I was quite active on Amplify.com,
Really?
which was a very interesting place, similar to Google Plus, where there was a lot of great conversation and a lot of great people.
A lot of
including,
technophiles live in there too.
tons of them,
Yeah.
and it was great. And I really enjoyed the news clip ability, and I think that Google Plus should.
Yeah, don't you think Twitter
All
does a
that.
good job at that too? You go to Twitter and you look at your followers, and it's like link. Yeah, it's too much. House.
And
Too much.
it's like
How many Twitter followers do you have? That's
It's a I don't know. I got a couple thousand.
see, it's a pain, isn't it? After like 600 is too much.
It is too much, and it's just a torrent of blah.
Exactly.
Well, it's good for news and
Yeah, but if
It's good for news, but then
Trending
you say
topic.
the same freaking news
I have
10
news
times
feeds.
over.
There's more. I have
That's
more
why you
news than
create-
I can-
Okay, hang on. Let's give
Conversations.
Tim jump right
that's why
in
you
there.
create what?
Conversation.
Yeah.
I have more news than I can actually read already.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of the guys here lives in Vancouver, Shane Gibson. One of the things he likes to use is a curator of knowledge, so that he thinks that's a big thing that can come to the internet in the future, is people that know a specific subject, and you go to them and they'll give you tons of links and information, and they have a vast background in that particular information.
Sometimes I have to just unplug because there are times when I have to focus on trying to get some work done.
Yeah, it's true.
If I am just plugged into Google all the time, or plugged into news feeds and plugged into Twitter and playing around on Facebook, I'm not getting the job done. And I think I have to be realistic about that. And so the time that I do spend plugged in, I'd rather have meaningful conversations about stuff that really matters.
Wow, you must be pissed off about this show then.
Not at all. Because we're talking about what matters. And, when I go to Facebook to check where my brother's at somewhere in the world driving his truck, and my mom is chastising my niece for using foul language on her profile. And
nice.
And the recent spate of...
I want to talk about that. Can we stop on that one?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, you just slayed the game Maven right there.
But it's so common about parents chastising or grandparents about how their youngins are using.
Oh, you should see
internet.
my youngins; they're nuts.
And I seriously
Look at their
think
dad.
parents need to have a serious chat. When you're having the chat about the birds and the bees, you should be talking about your internet presence.
Facebook.
Because what you put on the internet is on there
This-
Forever.
These days, you know how it works? It's like, okay, look, you know about sex and all that type of stuff, but we got to talk about Facebook and say,
And
oh, come on, Dad,
cyberbullying.
Facebook,
And
that's so
cyberbullying.
boring. Let's
And
talk about
I'm
sex.
really lucky that way. I have a 16-year-old and I have a 15-year-old.
Boy or girl?
We're both girls. And they're
Oh,
both
wow.
on Facebook.
I got to talk to
And
you because I got a 9 and a
My one
13-year-old.
daughter, she's a very pretty young girl, but she's very demure. She's not, she shows a little pouty face, in all her pictures, but she doesn't show a lot of cleavage, and that's just fine by me.
That's because you're a dad.
Do you have a picture of you with a shotgun next to her profile, or it's like
I'm threatening to go to
related
Alaska with
to,
mine.
and then it's like shows a picture of Tim with like a big rifle?
Yeah,
No?
No, I don't advertise that I have a shotgun.
Well, you should, because then that way they'd respect you more. I mean, that's how it happened when I'd go to the country and have to go meet the dads. It was always like, here's the first bullet if you're late, and here's the second one just to scare you.
Hang on, that's a game you played the other day, isn't it?
No, I'm serious. I've actually met fathers that were like, hey, check this out.
But I
Wow,
think
that's
sometimes
scary.
it's just too short thinking, because my generation has to talk to introduce the parents, because my mom very
That's why.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that
we-
was
we
Kurt
always
just
talking
dropped his
about-
mic.
we're always talking about please talk to your children, but what is with this 60-year-old who wants to get involved in internet and new media? The seniors are also don't know
That's
everything
true. They
about
don't
it.
know the ground rules. So, I mean,
Yeah.
So it's not only the young children.
Yeah, it's
they're
often
also the-
adults doing extremely inappropriate things in an extremely naive way.
Yeah, well,
no, that's an awesome picture.
What's going on with Facebook right now is more the adults who don't have a clue on how to protect themselves online, not click on these malware
Exactly.
links.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
the malware
And
links are
that's a
getting
big
bad.
The demographic of 45 and older is the fastest growing demographic on Facebook.
The
and
gray
they're totally
generation.
clued out. That's the problem.
And you know what? I
I
think
coined it.
this is going to be one of the things that's going to chase a lot of the young people out of there.
Is
and
the
I
old
think-
They're
foodies?
already
It's like,
gone.
oh my god, my
They're-
grandmother,
Yeah, they've
my
been
grandmother
SMSing
friended me.
Yeah,
Help
they
me.
are-
You know,
All right,
my
well, folks,
16-year-old
hang on, everybody. Just
No, I got a
pull
better
back
point.
a sec. Just pull back a sec.
All right.
The knee-jerk reaction to this is
Get
that
the old guy to talk about the new kid.
All right, James.
Come here and say that.
All right, James.
the knee-jerk reaction is to just pull back and not. But the fact is this is a progressive thing that's happening, and just like we talked in last week's show about a ubiquitous internet first being laid by a private company and then being adopted and deregulated into a ubiquitous scenario, so too will a lot of this social interaction that we do, and so will the intelligence that we have on how to manage it. This is the early days of this, and it has an enormous adoption immediately to people that have this already common ability to socialize, and they adapt it immediately. But we're still learning how to use it. And again, and I say put 5 years in front of us right now, and it might not be Facebook, it might not
Let's
be
talk
Google
about
Plus,
6
it could be
months.
something else.
We're talking
Well,
6 months.
But I'm
now.
saying 5 years. Think 5 years first. Because what that does is it immediately resolves most of the problems you're having today about this stuff. And it allows for the evolution of it, the natural progression evolution of it. we harp and manage, or we harp and have conversation about these little issues we're having. And I don't mean to demean them, but they are little because they have to evolve and we have to socialize them.
Okay, I would like to do a complete digression.
Go ahead.
Can we do that?
You may as well.
Might as well, because
Android phones. How many people have an Android phone here?
Bonnie had, right?
Yeah, that's somebody's not in the room.
I have one.
Okay.
Doesn't count. You have an Android? That's a what,
Tim
Nexus S
has
or something?
one. Bob has
Hey,
one.
I can see me reflected in there. Cool.
I have an
Samsung
app on my
Galaxy S2.
iPhone that pretends it's an Android.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. All right. BlackBerry.
So is it forced closing all your apps?
Astrid.
Absolutely
Uh-oh.
crashes all the time. It doesn't really work.
Hello.
Yes, Astrid. What do you have?
Well, she has
Blue
a
screen.
You ask.
Yeah, do you have an iPhone? Do you have an iPhone?
No,
BlackBerry.
You
She's got a
asked for a
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry.
Oh, you have a BlackBerry. Curve? Fire?
God, you have a
Gold
short memory.
9000.
No
Log?
short-term memory, Bob. Wonder why.
Log?
I'm not asking.
Hello.
I'm using the BlackBerry
Black
log.
Logger.
All right.
Black Logger.
And he
It's
lives in
Black
BC.
Yeah.
I know. It's just
Black
it's number
key
5,
logger.
I think. Okay. Getting back to some semblance of the show, I do have notes here. It says Android takes 52.5 of smartphone market. Now, how real is that number, Andy?
That is
Come on.
real.
That's
That's
real,
that's totally reality.
No way.
Their iPhones
Say
cannot keep
what-
up
par-
with the
pardon?
amount.
Pardon? What percentage?
52.4%.
52 points, so almost 53%.
They've gained 20% in the last 2 years.
Wow.
You know what is funny about that stat is the fact
I've been
that
watching
Apple owns some.
Yeah, they get every
They-
time you
they-
sell a phone, they get money. don't they?
No, but they own some patents in the Android
Device.
engineering.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
So they actually own part of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
they-
you could
as
say
well.
that about Samsung.
Apple make-
Samsung owns some patents in the iPhone.
Yeah, but
technology,
Apple
too.
makes on basically every phone that's sold in the world, they make money because of the proprietary
Anyways,
stuff that they have. Anyways,
By the way, smartphone
That is
market.
the real bug for me. I'm sick and tired of the patent troll.
oh, don't get us started on patent control. You have to go back a couple
I
of
am
shows.
so sick and tired of that.
Yeah, I think it's
I
like
know.
show
Yeah, I know. That's
45.
a whole other show.
I agree. I'm sick of the whole patent thing too. But the whole point here is that Android has taken 52.5% of the smartphone market. But let's make it
In
clear. Let's make it clear that iPod touches are not smartphones.
No.
And a lot of people have
Really?
iPhone iPod touches.
Oh yeah.
I have
So
I have an
that's
iTouch.
why.
Well,
I have an iTouch, and my next phone will be an Android.
So are you saying that when Apple projects these, they're talking about iOS, which crosses iTouch, iPhone, iPad?
That's right.
well, it depends
Yes,
how they
so-
crunch their numbers.
So that's
when
why
when they
that's
put those numbers together, they're dominant in the marketplace.
Hey,
Big time.
That's why the ecosystem for
Yeah,
apps.
but you're talking apples and oranges. The iPod Touch is more.
And
No,
grapes.
we're talking apples and Android.
Oh, well done. Well, okay, Timmy, you got taken down on that one.
Take a
Nasty.
picture of him giving the eyebrow. That was awesome.
Yeah. So, guys, getting back to these silly phones.
But actually, before we get to the silly phones,
Okay.
the Apple has only 24% of the smartphone market.
Yeah, but they make the most money.
Yeah, they've got like 68% of the profit.
I know it's
68% of the profit in the
Cha-ching.
smartphone industry goes to Apple.
I know,
because-
it's silly,
because
isn't
they
it?
own
Everything.
the entire OS and they control the hardware. So
Well, yeah, I'd like to see this actually that Android takes 52% smartphone market. I'd like to see it instead of saying smartphone market, say mobile platform. And I would like to see those numbers. Now that might be different. It might be a lot of Macs out there, man.
yeah, there's a
Because
lot.
they got the iMac, he's got the
They-
iPad.
Because there really
That's a
isn't-
hugely mobile
The
thing.
tablet market is basically the iPad market.
You
let's
could
face
even
it.
disqualify laptops, and still they would kick because you would have the phone, you'd have all the portable music devices that sync with your computer and stuff. It's huge what they're controlling as
So
far
here's
as libraries.
here's the breakdown.
All right, here it comes.
Android has 52.5%.
Shakung.
Symbian 16.9.
All right.
Go
I-
Europe.
iOS 15%. Research and Motion 11%. I don't even know what this is. Bada has 2.2%.
Yeah, Bada.
Is that
network.
India or
Bada is a European network.
European? Okay.
Got to be Italian.
That's
Bada boom,
amazing.
bada bing.
Orange isn't in there.
Microsoft is still in the game with
Actually-
1.5%.
Ouch.
And others 0.9.
Actually, bottom might be Japanese. I don't know.
Orange is
Just-
huge.
That
It's a-
just feels weird. I'm not
European?
I'm not entirely
No?
sure about those accuracy of those numbers.
No, I've heard about it. I just don't.
Who's,
Numbers.
who's reporting those officially?
Hey, hang on for a second. Numbers are totally fictitious because you can crunch numbers any way you want. It's how you use the verbiage around the
Bob,
numbers.
are you saying you can twist statistics?
She's
Hey,
from
I
the
do
marketer.
PR all the time in marketing just for fun. Yeah, absolutely.
The source is Gartner.
Gartner.
Well,
They're a
that's
very
reputable.
highly respected German
That's
company, I
reputable.
think. Gartner. We
That
dot the
was done in
I's. and-
1984.
November 2011.
Oh.
Wow, there's another chart here. Table 1, worldwide mobile device sales. So we didn't have a chance to edit our notes today, so we got like 52 pages.
That's
of
okay.
Very finely printed text.
So just in case you wanted to know how that breaks down by manufacturer, Nokia's number 1
Yeah.
with 23.9%.
Go Finland.
Samsung with 17.8%, LG 4.8%, Apple 3.9%, ZTE, remember ZTE or ZTE, 3.2%, Research in Motion 2.9%,
And that's a Canadian.
HTC 2.7%, Motorola, which is owned by Google now, 2.5%, Huawei 2.4%. Huawei mainly makes the mobile internet devices, not smartphones.
So Huawei, where are they based at?
And Sony, Korea.
All right, sounds
Sony
like it.
Ericsson 1.9 and others 33.8. Wow.
So the others have a bigger percentage on this this file. Hey,
I like to compare the mobile market to the social media market in that
mobile
lots of
social media.
lots of choice benefits the users.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely, yes.
big time. It's a buyer's market. Big
Although
time.
Absolutely.
too much choice in mobile OSs seem to confuse the
A lot of
the
people.
market.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are spending way too much on their carriers to service each one of these devices.
And what's
Yeah.
missing in this
Crazy.
analysis of these charts is Symbian was number 2, but Symbian is dead, and Windows is number way down at the bottom at 1.2%.
Yeah, but those are 2011 numbers. They're way out of date. It's too.
This is 2 weeks from now. Everything has changed.
Yeah, exactly. We're posting in
It was
2
an
weeks.
interesting point.
Oh, we forgot to tell Tim
think
that. We forgot to tell you that.
Pardon? Go ahead.
Go
Tim.
ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
You're up, Tim.
Zuckerberg was saying something about how. Well, he was crowing about how the Facebook numbers were so much better. I forget the stats that he was using exactly, but
Big
he was
numbers.
using 2010 or. Oh, I know. It was the amount of traffic that Facebook was getting and how his traffic had increased and Google's had dropped. But this was actually before Google had really entered the social media market in the way with Google Plus. The numbers I think have changed now. I'd like to see those stats. I know that he has them.
You
I
can
don't
go
think
look
they
at
wanna show
Alexa
them.
if you want to see the site ranking of the top 100 in the internet.
Yeah, but the thing is, what you were talking about is comparing a G Plus to Facebook. The first social network that Google had, or one of the best ones they've got, is YouTube. Not the first one, but YouTube is a huge. It's the number
It's the
2
number
on
two-
search.
it's the number 2
Google's
search
number
engine in the
1, and
world.
then another company they have is number 2. That's pretty awesome. And with Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube is producing. Well, they're broadcasting. What was it? 146 hours worth of stuff every
It's
minute or
astronomical.
something. It's like ridiculous.
Astronomical.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, the game Maven's falling asleep. We're not talking
Okay.
about games. So
That brings up an awesome realization
Kids these days.
is Google's reach and what they've done, and YouTube plus Google Plus really could be the 5-year out option. It's
Yeah,
not
there's
a lot of
only
long tail
recorded
stuff going
video,
on.
but also live video.
The long term is it's merging with television.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Everything's
they've
gonna-
laid it down well.
yeah, well,
that's,
I'm waiting for the ITV
The
because that's what everybody's
But
got.
back to I want to reel it back here to mobile
it
devices.
some more numbers?
To mobile devices.
Andrew loves his numbers.
Uh,
Come on, give me some more
Well,
numbers,
no,
Andrew.
no,
Come
just
on,
because
lay
I
them
was-
out for me.
what I
In
was
grid
saying
form.
is it was showing Symbian as number 2, right? And Microsoft is way at the bottom.
Symbian's number 2.
Yeah,
Number two.
Microsoft absorbed
Symbian is
right?
dead. All
Symbian is
Nokia
dead.
phones are going to have Windows Phone 8,
7.5.
7.5 now, Windows
Windows
Phone
8.
8, and Microsoft is going to suddenly find itself
Laughing to the bank.
in number 3, maybe. Who knows? As long as Nokia users
adapt
to
exactly.
the Windows phone.
That's the big risk right now.
This all depends on the corporate climate and one absolving the other. Will Microsoft buy RIM?
No, Microsoft's going to buy Nokia.
Well, that's.
I thought
they already
they already did that.
They already own the operating system
No,
that
they
will
haven't
run
done
on
it, but
They
they're
don't
going to.
have to buy
No, they just have
Nokia.
an
I
exclusive
want to
deal.
know if
Yeah, they have
BlackBerry's
an
going to.
exclusive deal, but at some point, just like PS, PlayStation,
Just
bought
like-
Ericsson,
Or like Google bought Motorola.
or Google bought Motorola. Everybody's
Or
going to get their
Google-
own handset.
Motorola, the newest brand in town.
What I see in the next 2 years is 5 different mobile companies: Google, Apple, RIM,
And Nikon.
Android, Xbox, and PlayStation. So is that 6?
yeah, but
No, you're out to lunch.
No,
so-
it's totally the way
I
it is.
think it's time for the camera companies to move into this market because nobody's buying any cameras because they're built into the phone. So you might as well have the Nikon phone. I mean, awesome lens.
I think-
So you
Lousy
can take
phone.
pictures
It
and
would be great.
also surf the net and make
It would be
phone
great
calls.
for taking pictures, but suck for internet.
Hang on. Tim
Game
just whipped
Maven-
out an 8 meg. Oh, it wasn't an 8
Game
meg, but it's a 4
Maven, I think-
megapixel camera.
I think he's out to lunch thinking RIM's going to last 5 years.
okay, so I
I
got
said
RIM-
2
RIM-
years. I
RIM
said
will be
2 years.
absorbed.
2 years.
RIM will be absorbed
2
by
years, not
another
5.
company soon.
Oh,
think-
yeah.
okay,
I don't know.
if
Unless the
anybody-
government blocks it.
Maybe I can adapt it to fit onto my my Galaxy here.
If anybody's going to buy
Hey, hold
RIM,
up your Galaxy, Tim. I want to take a look at it.
if anybody's going to buy RIM, it's going to be Apple,
Okay, hold it still.
just for the
No.
patents.
I'll move it, tilt it a little bit more.
Yes.
Right there.
They'll
Stop.
buy RIM
Don't move.
just for the
No,
patents.
there's no benefit.
Nice one.
Just for the patents.
There's no hardware up. There's no software up.
Their patents
there
No,
is.
this phone
are
gets
worth
really
it.
hot.
there's a move into the enterprise business. Apple.
Yeah,
doesn't
but you don't
that.
have to absorb an entire company to introduce
It'd
enterprise
be a lot
services.
easier.
Yeah, but they're
And
already
BlackBerry
there.
Messenger Tech.
BlackBerry's already there.
Yeah, yes,
They're already
they are.
in the
Okay, okay.
hand.
So, guys, let's just roll it
But-
back. Can we
but
do another story?
Having said that, I would say that Microsoft is a better candidate to buy RIM.
You think so?
I agree.
Yeah, because
I agree.
Microsoft is already the king.
That's my
The
prediction.
king of the enterprise market on the landline side or on the
That would be too
on
smart.
the PC side, and they are not
I
very
agree.
successful on the mobile side.
Okay, I'm just reading back to too much
why they
technology
bought
here. We're
Nokia.
talking a foreign
Or
language
that's why they're
now.
with Nokia.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
this what
Nokia
we're
gets
about?
all-
we went over
they
Bob's
also have
head.
The Bez
Adobe is
technology.
jumping into the. Sorry.
Wait a minute, I was going to ask the Flash Maven about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll call him up next week and I'll invite
He's
him to
the
the
Flash
show.
Maven?
No, we have
He
another.
likes
we have a
Flash.
Flash.
No, I
Maven.
like the Flash Maven. He's
But
awesome.
he was totally cool,
No,
totally quiet for the whole show, and then the last 2 minutes of the show would be this amazing statement. Everything. Blah, 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 blah,
No,
blah,
the
blah,
Hat
blah. It's
Maven loves
fantastic.
Flash, and that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to
Oh,
ask
he
him
is a Flash meister.
about how Adobe
He's got like
is,
6
Yeah.
years of coding Flash. He is unbelievable.
Go, Andrew. Go.
It's a
Adobe
it's a bad thing to know right now.
removing
Andrew, stop.
support
Sorry.
for Flash.
Bob, stop. Andrew,
What?
go.
What? Oh,
Okay, so Adobe decided to
same
not
headline.
go
Game
with
Maven,
support
stop. Andrew, go.
for,
For Flash on mobile devices.
Right.
and they're going to
They're pulling
concentrate
it.
on HTML5.
They're pulling it.
HTML5 is not Flash.
No, but they're
No.
going to focus on.
It mimics the Flash type animation and a lot of stuff you can do on Flash. So
It does.
it kind of makes Flash a
But
dead
it's safer
format.
and more SEO friendly.
It's not supported by
Yes.
all platforms,
Yes and
right?
yes.
You know?
By
Well,
the way,
I read Steve Jobs' open
Andrew,
letter.
Andrew, what's the question?
The question
Wasn't
is
a question.
about
What-
Adobe
what's
jumps
the
the gun.
statement?
Should Adobe be penalized and taxed because they jumped the gun with HTML5?
Whoa,
I'm just kidding.
What?
Come on. Look at
I missed Andrew's
Wix.
point.
Wix
I'm
was
sorry.
in
Well, the point
HTML5 already.
The point is that they're banking everything on HTML5 now.
Yeah.
Well, so is Facebook.
Oh, listen. Game
they've
Maven,
got-
before you even get
On
into
the mobile
that,
side, yeah.
the very essence of what this is this fact, is that HTML5 is an open source, is an open language, available free to anybody. Anything produced out of Adobe is a commercial product.
Yeah.
That is one of the first reasons why Steve Jobs at the beginning said,
No
I
Flash.
am not going to support a single entity's option on our device.
Well, no, they didn't want to depend on a third-party company if they want to put out a new upgrade on their system and have to wait for Adobe to come out with an upgrade for Flash. in order.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm.
But that's an
I was a
endemic
little
problem with the
altruistic
whole
about
industry.
It, but yeah,
No, but it's not endemic.
That's exactly right.
It's not endemic if they're using open standards.
It's endemic if I say so. Come on. They've been having that problem all the time. Microsoft in the early days of the war between Mac used to write excessively fat text to slow down the Mac computers. I mean, Word was basically this, well, it still is a piece of junk. And it's got way too much function on a thing that's you're just supposed to type into. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Sorry, I just got carried
editors.
away as I ranted out on poor Microsoft that is like
Let's do
slumming
a show
it these
on.
days.
Let's do a show on the early days because I'd love to chat about that.
Like
Mac and PC. In the
Oh,
early
okay. I
days.
thought you were talking like prehistoric times.
That was the prehistoric.
Hey, let's move on to something totally unrelated.
Oh, good.
How to trend on Twitter.
Oh gosh.
The Sapient Nitro case study. You ever heard of that?
Not even close.
Well, I guess they're a band, and they.
How would I find them? What am I going to look for? Alternative music? Is that what I look for? Or?
I think it's heavy metal or something like that. Do you know the Sapient Nitro is?
How do they
Tim?
reach me?
You know,
Sapient
I turn
Nitro.
away to take a couple of pictures, and you're into heavy metal.
Who listens to
how
the
could you
Sapient
digress that much?
Well, can we go back to like when
The
he was
German
talking about
Maven
HTML5?
does.
Sapient Nitros. Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, so they.
By the way, the mobile Maven was wrong. Adobe isn't saying like no to mobile devices.
Hang
They're
on,
just
we don't have a
using-
mobile Maven. Who's the mobile Maven?
Oh, I don't know. He's pretending to be one.
He's the hat Maven.
But so the thing is
Come here and
Adobe
say that.
Flash Builder is the answer to Flash on mobile devices.
Is not.
It
Oh,
is
here we-
because you can deploy for
I told you
Android,
so, right?
BlackBerry, and iPhone
You
using
cannot
one
deploy
program.
anything that is not.
It uses
open
Adobe
source in the
Air.
first place.
Gentlemen, is this a Joomla issue?
Whatever.
Is that
No,
what-
not even
Forget.
close.
Let's just move on.
All right,
So-
come on, guys. We're talking a foreign language. We've been talking Zimbabwe for the last 20 minutes. So let's for
talk
our
about
poor
something
listeners whose
fun.
brains are melting.
I got your
And the
Zimbabwe right here.
attendees.
Yeah, you see, this is why you want to hire a professional when developing a proper website, because this is the language they talk.
Gracias.
Mumbo jumbo stuff.
Okay, so Sapient Nitro.
Okay, how to trend on Twitter.
It's not a heavy metal band.
Can we trend on Twitter instead?
Yes, let's talk about trending on Twitter.
I can't believe we didn't bring this up for Bonnie. Poor
Yeah,
Bonnie.
we should have.
Bonnie,
She should
sorry.
be- she
Hey,
was supposed to be here.
yeah, if you had logged in on the G Plus Hangout, thank you for playing,
Come
Bonnie.
on, I'm a Twitter goddess.
How
Okay,
would
so-
how would I
Alright.
know what's trending
How
in the
to
first place?
trend on Twitter? The like with a name
Sapient
like
Nitro.
that.
What they are,
How-
they're not a heavy metal band.
They're not.
They're an agency. They're an advertising agency.
They're a social media agency.
And what they did is they wrote a corporate anthem.
Da-da-da.
Produced a music video. They released
Hey,
it to the world via
Aren't they
their
being
Facebook
sued by
page.
Canada because it's our national anthem?
They-
They just changed the words.
They deleted all the negative comments on the Facebook page.
Nicely done.
Not good.
They removed the video, and they sat back and watched the tweets flow.
Har har har.
So they
Congratulations.
basically created a shitstorm on purpose.
Yeah,
Pardon
well,
my
that's
language.
a classic
familiar.
tactic.
This sounds
Internet.
familiar to Game Maven. We'll pick up on this immediately, I'm sure.
Why
It's
would
like
anybody want to do that?
Gamifying reality.
Oh, they
There
didn't-
is an issue afoot
they
right
didn't-
now
they
with
didn't do it
MW3, in fact, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's
So I
the
thought
thing.
we're talking about how to trend
No,
on
it's-
Twitter. That's
it's-
more like how
it's
to
how
not
to
trend
troll
on
the-
Twitter.
No, they're trending on
They're
Twitter.
Yeah,
trolling-
but they,
That's
want,
the
they don't.
shocking
But did they
thing.
want to
they're
trend for that
trolling-
reason?
They're trolling the internet. That's what they're doing.
They're gaming it.
No, they're
They're trolling.
Yeah, I guess they are gaming it. They've done that. But see, like that's happening. And also right now there's a huge backlash on Metacritic against Modern Warfare 3. The user score is about 1.2, but the game's rated a 90 by critics. So
Why the heck's that happening,
and
dude?
so Activision CEO went on and said, "Hey, can you go back and, boost our user score?"
Yeah,
And-
tweak that baby.
And people are getting super pissed about that because they're like, he shouldn't be able to tell the users what to do.
Yeah.
And then so now we've got this social media company that's made a I don't know, is it a bad video or a good video? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but
But deleting all the comments
Well,
is, of course, going to cause.
I've
a
got
big-
some
you
of
know
the
what?
comments. Some of the comments.
I
said,
like to.
Let's
I
hear
like
the comments. Yeah.
Send us a link. We'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes.
Send me an
Here,
email
I'll-
with
so
that link.
what
That'd be
do we
awesome.
do?
the video.
What do
So
we do
Here's
about
some of the
this?
comments.
Listen,
Here's some of the comments.
Okay.
There are no words to describe how bad this is.
Oh, nicely.
Does
quoted.
it make Rebecca Black
What?
an idea engineer?
Yes,
Oh
Wow.
my God. Is this real? Twitter?
Rebecca Black was an awesome thing.
Yeah,
Lots
well,
of
it just
sarcastic
showed
comments.
how to use the system properly. It's like
It just
I
sucks.
think that's it. I don't think
Okay,
it's
and then
anything.
people are
that's
saying this.
professional use of a tool.
Here's a comment.
Pete
Gee,
Cashmore
sapient.
uses it, Mashable,
Are you gonna
know,
delete this
it's-
comment
It's
too?
easy to write a
Yeah,
blog
that's-
post.
Hey,
But
let
what-
Tim get in. Let Tim get in.
Well, so
I think it's a common tactic. I mean,
Well,
people
this
do it
is
all
a
the time
standard
to
marketing technique.
create-
It's just disrupt so they
Bob?
listen.
so is this one of those?
disrupt.
Is
Exactly.
Yeah,
this one of
it's all
those old terms?
Old
of-
school. It's
of-
old school.
Is it
Yeah.
old school in
Old
the terms
school.
of
Really,
any
yeah.
press is good press?
So does that come on to the old sales guys model of it's better to beg for forgiveness and ask for permission?
No, that's an old CEO statement.
That sounds like
And
a
they
Pierre
just got
Trudeau-
caught
Trudeau
doing that, crashing the dollar in the United States a couple of years ago. Oops, sorry, it was at $17 trillion. Oops. Oh, you're not going to arrest me? Cool.
Yeah, well, they're saying
know?
that this is.
They were willing to go to jail. They own it.
This is the secret formula: how to trend on Twitter, guaranteed. But was it worth it? Is all publicity good publicity?
Yeah, that's the
No.
question.
Absolutely. I think
No.
negative publicity is an opportunity to make your brand people look
Agreed.
great.
Agreed. That
Because
is
people brag about
such a jump.
I
in.
hate this product. I went there and the customer service guys gave me a new one. Even though I hate it, I love these people. I mean, that's kind of
Listen,
a psychotic
turn-
description, but
Turning
that
the
is the
broken
mentality.
play. You turn the broken play. You convert a pissed off client into a client that
Oh,
says
they're
"These guys turned it
evangelistic.
around."
Well,
Yeah,
They
evangelistic.
become
okay,
evangelistic.
that is smart, 'cause
It's a
I-
religious experience.
I mean, I did it myself one
The
time.
new
It was
Christianity.
a couple of years ago, I was at a Starbucks, and I
Hang on, isn't that a brand?
sorry, and I was
Are
standing
you
there.
promoting a brand because
no,
you like
I'm
their
not
service?
promoting it. I was
Sorry.
standing there waiting an extra long time for my beverage, and when they gave it to me, they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, we kind of forgot about it. We're sorry we made you wait so long. Here's a coupon. Next one's on us."
Wow, you should
They
have
do
said,
that.
I won't accept this coupon. I want you to give
And I
everybody
thought-
in this
and it-
cafe a free coffee.
And I thought, okay, well, that was cool because I didn't even, I didn't even ask. I didn't even complain. It was given something.
But if they make something wrong, you say, "Oh no, I didn't want it with the ice cream on top or whatever." They say, "Oh, hang on, we made a mistake. Does anyone want this for free?" And they give it away because
Yeah, but these
that's a
guys
good
were
thing to do.
censoring their conversation.
You shouldn't censor because it's like you should respond to it. You should respect it, and people, and that's how you can really turn it around. Somebody says
it's a
something.
tactic.
Well, it's an
there's gonna be-
opportunity.
it's an opportunity to say, "Oh, hey man, I'm sorry, we really screwed up. Let
but there's
let us make that better." That's far more productive
Yeah.
than deleting it and going, "Oh, that never happened."
But
Yeah.
Did you
there's
see that? No,
so
I
many
didn't see that.
people on the internet that just go to bitch.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what?
Well, and then
Well,
there's
you got to deal
Trollville,
with it.
yeah.
You
And
got to
troll.
deal with it.
Here's-
If
You
you're
just
a
do,
business
yeah.
presenting yourself and taking advantage of the social media opportunities on the web,
Yeah, you got to be
whether
proactive.
it's through Twitter or Facebook, and you're putting yourself out there, you are allowing people to like you and then comment. You should be able to manage
Yeah.
that or
They're
not.
Because I hate Alan Gregory.
The problem.
Well, that's okay.
That's the worst show.
Just
on
let
Fox.
him know, and maybe he
I
could
did
fix it.
No, I did. I
Dear
honestly-
Alan, get rid of
And
the
there are
mole.
no personal views here on the Bunker Project. And we
problem-
love to have you continue listening forever and ever.
The problem wasn't with
Alan,
their-
baby.
But if
Over
you
and
hate
out.
Alan Gregory, the
You
TV
said it was
show,
uncensored.
send it to Fox
Well,
Broadcast.
just
The
like
problem
us.
with the video. The problem wasn't with their video. The problem was that they took
censored the
themselves
concept.
too
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
and they should have rolled with it, just like.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Rock and
completely.
roll with it. That's all I say.
Well, I recently had some bad experiences there in Canada.
Oh, well, let's not drag another Canadian brand.
They
into
had
it. Jeez.
their Canada Facebook page, and I let them have it. And they would continually delete my posts, and I would
Oh, nicely.
then repost and try to make it a little more softened and suggest that
Yeah.
instead of deleting my posts, why don't you turn this broken play?
Exactly.
Why don't you make this into something good?
And then other users started attacking him as well.
No, because the policy.
That
no,
did happen, but
it's
then I
because-
got support from many others.
I
too.
know, but the reason is that
weird.
that communication function is broken is because the corporation doesn't have a proper social media.
Well, they don't understand it completely.
Yeah,
yet.
well, exactly. It's like the CEO at the COS, the chief.
Again, in 5 years,
Social media officer,
this
right?
situation will be completely different, and that's
If they
and I
catch
keep
up.
bringing this up
The
because
fatal
as long
flaw
as-
for a business is to ignore complaints on social media. That, like you, as you
Oh,
said, that
it's
is
a
a
huge
huge
opportunity.
opportunity. They need
There
to
you go.
embrace that, and if they can show that,
It's always
okay,
5
yeah,
years.
nobody's perfect.
2 years.
No, but the reason why I always bring that up, and in a lot of these situations that we end up talking about, we get hung up on these social media conversations.
Well, that's
is
what the show's
because
about.
the
That's
show's
okay.
about.
we get hung up because we are stuck on the situation at hand, but it is an evolving situation.
Absolutely.
And I have to say that being a technocrat from the very
Well, you're a
early
cutting
days
edge
in the
guy.
80s, from beginning of the Apple and from the beginning of the PCs, and to see the progression of
I thought you
technology,
were-
you can't stop and invest and think it's going to work. You have to invest, sell, resell, rebuy, stay.
So you're a technocrat?
I'm a technocrat.
I thought you were.
Mm,
Well, the thing with social
I thought you
media,
were a
you have to.
Republican.
He's a techno head.
The thing with social media, you have to
I'm a
embrace
technocrat
and
and a
engage
Republica.
and respond.
Republicrat.
Oh,
What
with the
she
fingers
said.
curled.
You can't-
What she said, the
you
blonde
can't
chick.
stop.
Over
You-
there. Yeah,
you
she's
can't-
awesome.
You can't get pissed off all the time.
Uh-oh,
You have
I
to
hear in
just
the
roll with it.
And with that note, we're going to shut this show down. We've been on for way too long. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show. It's very technical, and there will not be crib notes. You'll have to research a lot on Google to find out what the heck these guys were talking about. Tim, thanks for joining us on the Hangout. Friend me or follow me, whatever, Bob Garlic. And I'll
Already
send you
am.
some notes. Excellent.
And
And
we will
Facebook.
put the Hat Maven's contact information on the show notes so that you
Oh,
can
yeah,
contact him in 5
uncensored.
years in
And
2016
What's
tell
our-
them
what-
off.
to see if he
Okay,
was right.
I need a
And we'll put-
www address, www.uncensoredsocialunderground.com for all our shows and
Post in the
funny
chat.
photos.
Post in the chat.
All right, we'll be posting you on there next show.
Yeah, you'll
3
be there.
weeks.